Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night and we are live and in effect. And I'm reporting to you from behind this plastic microphonic device, getting right into some of the comments here, see what people are saying. Yes, my kitten as a grandmaster is exactly right. Silver was doing good and then just started dropping again. Yes, indeed, it's pulling back a little bit, which is why I asked the question in a video. Could be the silver bull market over for now? We'll see. All right. We'll see. I'm glad you guys are here. Appreciate you being here tonight. A little bit late. Been a crazy day. But we are here. I hope everybody is doing well. Let's get this shiny man. Says this. It's very unfortunate that we have had weak and corrupt leaders like Obama and illegitimate dementia Biden administrations that have weakened our country's military influence tremendously so that other countries like Russia and CCP China aggressively went into Africa to essentially steal the resources there with impunity or challenge. Exactly right. Well said, shiny man. I could not agree with you more. I could not agree with you more on that. Exactly right. Yes, TGIF for sure. Good to see you guys. Welcome. All right. Let's see what we've got here. And let's move on up. We've got Kevin Malone says, the same thing happened to my sister. The company sent the silver, but it was gone on arrival. Big delivery company. He's thieves. Well, hopefully you reported and hopefully she got compensation. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal what happened. The stealing of those gold bars and the like. But yes, indeed. And let's see. We've got Richard Metcalf. China sucking silver from South America and Russia sucking gold from Africa. What are we sucking? Is oil. Yes. I don't know. I tell you, our influence is lessening, and their influence is gaining, for sure. It's crazy. Good to see JM Unleashed. Dean R is here. Welcome. Glad to see you guys. Carrie Taryn says this. In the end, it's the people who will suffer. Russia will use the country's resources and then discard them. Yes, that's right. Exactly. For sure. And they're known for doing that. They do it to their own people, which is sad, for sure. Welcome. Good to see Annie Oakley. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Michael K. is here, and Don is here. Welcome. And I don't know why it's not allowing me to respond to that, but anyways. Fred Farkle says, tell us how the money people are playing us. Thankfully, China is buying hand over fist while the Western world is sleeping. I want there to be zero inventory to teach the West a lesson. It'd be nice if the West would learn a lesson on this, but anyways. Martin Bubin says silver is getting hammered again. You should see all the weird stuff it does right at night while the rest of you are sleeping. Yes, I see some of that. It is kind of crazy. Makes you wonder what's going on there. But see, the thing is, some of these things are timed. With automatic trades, you can set it up to say, hey, make this trade at whatever time. If the market is flat for a period of time and it falls, and probably a lot of people have that's another thing too. We have to think about what's affecting how many, who's making these trades. That's really what it boils down to. A lot of these big bullion banks do make these trades, and I think they have the most of the futures market and what have you. But there are others as well that are involved too. All right. Tuna. There you go. The tribes of tuna. If you can't tune a fish, who are you going to tune? Patrick, clawing back isn't what the other silver YouTubers have been telling us that silver is what's going to do. Well, that's exactly what happened. I was reporting on what happened, not what it's going to do. I don't know what it's going to do. I think potentially we could see it. I still think we might see 39 silver in my revised prediction by the end of the year, but who knows? We'll see. Aaron Crowell says the Fed ex-employee must have known the AKA use labels to hide their product. I've had my label listed as replacement parts, sort of to mask what's inside. Yes, he must know all the also known as. That's right. I think that's probably what happened for sure. All right. Good to see you guys. Savage Lee is here. Master Blaster. Maria says, one guy has sold all of his gold to buy silver. I would not promote that idea. While bankers are buying up gold, people remember to be cautious and do your own due diligence. Exactly right. And be careful making these big trades. All right. Honorably discharged from the Marines last week. He's back home. Nice. 4 years have gone by. Way to go. Congratulations to your son. That's awesome. Thank him for his service. Silver Sleuth says, higher lows seem bullish to me. If folks don't want the melt, they should quit selling their junk and buy their pre-65 instead of fancy silver. Yep, I agree. That's right. I like Constitutional, and I'm going to do my best to prevent it from getting melted, that's for sure. You can get it for spot more now these days, for sure. All right, let's see here. Five Solas is here. Good to see you. THS is with us. Good to see THS. Scott Cole, no way. Yes, no, he doesn't think the rally's over. Okay, he feels strongly that it's not over. And he might be right. He might be right. Anthony Alta says here, Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, report on Iran's nuclear program being non-existent means nothing to these people. This is what Burr's foolish decision. Guess she was to keep this intel to herself as to not vaporize what's left of his MAGA base. Well, I think Tulsi Gabbard was looking at older intelligence from back in March, and even as such, they have been working towards a nuclear weapon for quite some time. The IAEA, and nobody's disputed what the IAEA has said, except for maybe Tulsi Gabbard. But she's just wrong on this one. And even by Iran's own admission, even with their latest memes, them petting a nuclear warhead shows that that's what they want. There's no question about it. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. And Rocker 2000 says, read between the lines. Trump will delay a decision on dropping the bunker buster bombs for 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is what it takes for the aircraft carriers to arrive in the area. I think July will see a sharp rise in silver and gold prices due to this pending U.S. military action in Iraq. Well, I think they probably have everything in place, but maybe you're right. It could be. And what happens next is that Iranian sleeper cells prepositioned around the world will attack U.S. soft targets, as then the U.S. and Iran will be at war. Well, they've been doing that for a long time anyway. In 2024, beginning of 2024, they attacked the soft target, killed 2 Americans. You know, Iran is the largest sponsor of terror in the world. Indisputable fact. They need to be taken out. And hopefully Israel can do it. Israel's been doing God's work over there. It's been amazing. And and Tel Aviv's been gotten hit hard too. Hopefully they've taken out 50% of their launchers, which is good. Okay, Dean R says here, Tulsi just released a statement to clarify her position. She said her comment was taken out. Okay, very good. Taken out of context. Very good. All right. Thank you, Dean R, for that. I appreciate it. All right. So it may have been taken out of context. And that is always a possibility. I have it happen to me all the time on this channel. And I like Tulsi Gabbard. And even if she did disagree, if she held a completely different point of view, I've always kind of liked her personally. I think her motives are pure. But she was taken out of context. That's very good. All right, thank you. Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here tonight. And good to see you. Welcome, B. Taylor. A good price for 14 silver dimes right now. 5 solos would be spot price. And you can find spot prices for 14 silver dimes. So silver is trading at $36.05 now. So $36.05 for 14 silver dimes. And honestly, you can probably do that. And find and get it a spot price deal for it now. I agree with you, Silverholic. I hope they don't do that either. Of course, remember the 6-Day War. And of course, history does not necessarily repeat itself, but often it rhymes. But yes, indeed. All right, let's see what we've got here. IKJ says, Mali just confiscated Barrick's giant gold project in the country. Yep, I mentioned that in the prior video, but you're right. Totally unacceptable. They should not have done that. David Davies said the manipulators still have a firm hold on silver's price, waiting for tomorrow's beatdown, and it did happen. It did happen for sure. And let's see here. Richard Metcalf says, I hope that the earthquake wasn't an underground nuclear test. Man, I didn't think about that. I wondered if it was a bunker buster, but it very well could have been an underground nuclear test. That would be a game changer. Silver is still reaching higher lows, and that's encouraging. You're right, Richard Metcalf. Very good. All right, very good. Let's see here. And let's see here. Welcome. Glad you guys are with us tonight. Bill 457 is here. Good to see you. And let's see. Where are we at? We've got Gregory Green. Silver is volatile. I'm not a buyer right now. Not at 36. You can DCA it. The highs never protect you against inflation. Otherwise, it would be over 190 now from the 1980 high. All right. Yes, it is volatile for sure. Here comes a scammer. Let's take the call. Hello?
Yeah, hi, Jim.
Yeah, this is Jim.
Hi, Jim. This is Ryan here. I hope you remember we had word this morning.
Yes, I do remember the talk we had this morning.
All right, Jim. So are you free now so that we could go ahead and discuss the same?
Free is a relative term. I feel enslaved to the system that enslaves me. To the Fed and the dollar, to the manipulation of the dollar by the Fed. But otherwise, I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Well, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now, what's wrong? Are you okay? Did you choke on something? Because I just choked on some cinnamon. Go ahead. What happened? You all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
What happened? What happened? There was a strange sound.
I was coughing.
You were coughing. Okay, that's okay. You can cough. It's all right. We're all human. All humans have coughed. Well, most humans. There are very few humans on this earth who have not coughed. And if they say they have not, they probably won't admit that they probably have. You know what I mean?
All right, Jim. So the reason I'm calling you is that your business, Depart Enterprises, is being pre-qualified with our organization to go ahead and get a qualified loan. Okay.
Right.
In simple terms, you from your end, you are not putting any kind of collateral deposit or.
That's right. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. This might be my other agent chiming in. Hold on a second here. Oh, it won't let me do that. Shoot, hold on. Can you call me back in 5 minutes? Can you call me back in 5 minutes? Call me back in 5 minutes. Call me back in 5 minutes. Quick, I gotta take this call real quick. Call me back in 5 minutes. Hello?
Good afternoon, Richard. John Mercer with Maroma Corp Funding. How are you?
I'm doing good, John. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Well, you're welcome. You're quite welcome.
So I understand that you're interested in obtaining some working capital for the business. Maroma Corp Funding is a direct lender. And
what is it? What is the funding company again called?
La Roma Corp.
La Roma Pork? La Roma Pork?
No, La Roma Corp. C-O-R-P.
Corpse. Oh, no, corp, like corporation. La Roma Corp. Okay, I see now. That makes half the sense of the world. Okay, all right. Very good. Nice. Right. So, yes, I'm looking.
We are a certified SBA underwriter and direct lender.
I love that you're certified. That really gives me a new level of confidence. You know what I mean?
All righty.
Just like the Pantera song. Go ahead. Yeah.
So tell me how it is we can assist you. What is it you're seeking? For what purpose?
I'm seeking, number one, enlightenment. I'd like to get some enlightenment on this deal. And another is about $120,000 in not fines, but in working capital for the business. But not $150,000 in fines. That would be more like something like the IAEA would give to Iran for enriching weapons-grade uranium.
Right.
But I'm not doing that. I just want to make sure you understand that. I'm not enriching any, like 60%. I'm not at 60%. I'm not even at 3%, if you want me to be honest with you, which would be for like energy, usage.
Right. So tell me, where are you so I can get clearer picture.
Well, right now I'm in my office, and I'm looking at some paperwork. I got my, I'm in my chair, sitting here in front of my computer, talking to you on the phone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So the ask is 150K, you say?
150K, right.
Okay. Let's see what doors are open for you.
Ooh,
So
I
I'm gonna
like
ask
open.
a number of questions.
Okay, very good. I love open
Let's-
doors. This is great.
Let's start with the type of business that you own. What is it? What does it do?
Yeah, we're manufacturing, but not weapons grade uranium. I just want to make that clear. Or plutonium. We're not involved in plutonium either.
Okay. Why don't you've told me what you're not involved in? How about what you are involved in?
Oh,
What is it
yes,
you
very
manufacture?
good. Okay, all right. What I'm involved in is the manufacturing of sanitation products involving silver. So, in other words, silver is an antimicrobial, right?
Yes.
And it can prevent infections, and it can prevent microbes from permeating everything. It can be used in coffee, like this coffee I'm drinking right now. But I would not use that silver in weapons grade uranium or plutonium production. Just for the good stuff. Just for the good stuff. No weapons are going to be involved in this at all. Not in any way, shape, or form.
I won't involve the DOD.
Right. Or the Department of Defense. Don't get them involved either.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it. All right. So the products that you manufacture are sold wholesale or retail or B2G?
Well, we're not going to beat any cheese. There's no cheese involved in this. Just silver. And yes, we're going to sell the whole thing. You know, silver is very divisible, but the particles themselves are going to sell them wholly. You know, I mean, I'm not talking about like holes like you would put in the socks or Swiss cheese, as you referred.
Right. Or my underwear.
Or your underwear, kind of like Peter Griffin. He has a torn piece of his underwear on the right butt cheek. But we're talking about in whole. We're going to take this silver and put it in like tampons, like we're going to put it in clothes, socks. You mentioned socks. I think I mentioned socks. You can put it in underwear. You can put silver anywhere and everywhere. Or enemas, we could put it in, anything. Hold on one second. This might be my lawyer coming in on us. Hold on a second here. Come on, if it'll.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Jim.
Yes, this is Jim. How you doing?
Good.
Can you speak up a lot, not just a little? Can you speak up a lot? Speak up a lot.
That's what I'm stating.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Are you free now to go ahead and discuss?
Yes, let's discuss it. I've got my other friend on the line too, from Laroma Corp. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, Laroma Corp.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yes, and right. So yes, indeed. So let's. Whoop. Are you still with me? Hello?
I am. I don't know where.
I don't know what happened to the other guy, but anyways, let's continue. Sorry about that. He must have dropped off. I think he was calling from Timbuktu, maybe, perhaps, or.
Okay. So silver. So let's talk about the sale of your product. Who is purchasing it? Is it sold wholesale, retail, or to the government?
There's no government contracts involved in this silver, and we're selling it to different markets. We're selling it to commercial enterprises, retail establishments, and other entities on social media. Also, book clubs may be interested in it because sometimes we use the bookmarks on it. Hold on a second here. Oh, come on. Still with me? How do I swap this? Unable to make conference calls. Trying to patch through. Dang it, this darn thing. It's hit or miss. Mostly miss on this thing. They're going to have to call me back. All right. Let's call the other one back. Let's call the other one back quickly.
Alrighty, let's try it again.
Okay. Oh, dang it.
The person you have called is not available.
Oh, come on now. Dang it. I had to leave office because I'm not feeling well. The guy's not feeling. Let's try to call him back again. He's not feeling well. I know he's feeling well. Let's try one more time. One more time. All right, he did leave. He splits, but we'll do this one more time with the other guy. Just one last time. And then we'll move on.
Let's try it again.
Okay, as soon as you said that last time, it hung up for some reason. I don't know what was going on anyway.
I don't know. I mean, I'm on a landline. I'm having my
Okay.
calls forwarded to a landline, so it's got to be your service.
Okay, maybe it is my service. Could be. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, satellite
So
phone
you
here.
say retail establishments. In what form? What product exactly?
Well, there's
is
multiple
sold on
products.
retail
Like I
shelf?
said before, we can put them in tampons, enemas, napkins, shoes, socks, clothing, medicines, colloidal silver, injectors, pretty much anything and everything that can be consumed, save for weapons grade uranium and
Right,
plutonium.
and plutonium, correct. Yeah, well, that was back to that. Okay. Talk to me about revenue stream. What are we showing monthly, and is it consistent?
Well, I typically don't live stream my revenue because that's kind of private information. I don't like to. I'll tell you about it, but I'm not just going to live stream it to the interwebs. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'm a pretty private guy.
Understood. What would that be?
Oh, it'd be about 98,000 a month.
Okay. 2024 taxes, have they been filed, or are you on extension?
I am on the old extension. You know those things where you can take your cell phone and put one of those little sticks on it and have it go way up in the sky, and you can
Yes.
it's
Yes.
like for a selfie. It's one of those types of deals.
Gotcha.
I got that
Alrighty.
from the IRS. They sent me one of those little things so I could get an extension.
Did they really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I would assume you're on that same extension for personal returns?
No, that's a different extension. That's on my other phone. I have an extension for that. You dial 1234 for that extension, and then I pick it up for that. Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
It's coffee taste.
2023, what'd you show?
2023. My revenue was 98,000 times 12.
Okay, so you have a fixed revenue.
It's pretty fixed, which means it's about the same every month.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the health of your bank statement, the corporate bank statement.
They're
Are there negative days?
well,
Are there returned items?
I get my statements. I send them on an annual physical every single year, and
Excellent.
they come out with flying colors. And
Wonderful.
I mean, I'm talking about if you want to know the specific colors that they pass.
No.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
I'll take your word for
All
it.
right.
But I am a little bit more interested in the bank statement health.
Okay, the bank statement health is done fairly well. It's not quite as good, the bank statement health is, because they use that old cardstock paper. And it's been in their office for a long time, so it's kind of getting a little bit yucky on the edges. You know how it turns yellow?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, talk about credit. Your personal credit.
I've got what's known as street cred. And my homies, they think, man, you've got the street cred, Rio. And, and so if you just ask Tyrone down on the street, he'll tell you that I'm good for it.
Having heard this information, I see no reason why you would not be approved for any dollar amount.
This is wonderful news. This is great. This is extremely good news. I am actually very pleasantly happy, and which usually the opposite of that would be unpleasantly unhappy. But I like to.
Yes.
Yeah, and so this is actually a very positive development. My brain is processing it right now.
Okay.
And I have come to the conclusion that I'm happy. Okay, you've made my evening.
Or unpleasantly unhappy, which is the same.
Well, oh yeah, that's right. I guess that's a double negative. That's right.
Yeah,
Shoot.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm unpleasantly unhappy, which means that I'm happy. Exactly right. Now,
or you're wrong.
You mentioned any amount, right? That I'm approved for.
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
I would like to do.
We have something called underwriter.
Well, I would like to do something good for the country.
Yes.
The U.S.
Back to
national.
the plutonian?
The U.S. national debt just crossed $37 trillion.
You're going to wipe it out?
Well, with your help, I want to wipe that out, okay? I want to wipe that $37 trillion debt out. And I'm not just talking about cheating by using those old Zimbabwean $100 trillion bills. You know, we want to use good old USA bills. And if there's a way you can talk to Jerome Powell for me, we might be able to make this sucker work out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think I have that influence, but I do happen to know a prince in Nigeria that is has zillions of dollars.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I don't mean to pry, but is this prince? Does he happen to be the son of a king by any chance?
You know, he doesn't like to let word get out, but yes.
Okay, all right.
Did he send you an email too?
Not yet, but I will tell you this. I'm very leery about having any association with kings because of all these no kings protests around.
Yes, right. We have to be careful.
You got to be very, very careful about that. So if he's going to be a prince, he might have to disavow his dad.
Gotcha. We'll work on that.
So that whenever we see him, we say, "Who's your daddy?" He's going to say, "Well, just some Joe out in West Philadelphia." Yeah, exactly. That's right, exactly. There you go.
All right. As much as this conversation is enlightening to me, it is 6:30 on a Friday.
Right.
And I'm ready to leave the office. So,
okay. Let's reconvene at 6:15 on Tuesday, okay?
Tuesday, okay. And on Tuesday at 6:15, is it at all possible for you to email me some documents, fill an application out, so that I could somehow earn my keep and provide our underwriters with copies of bank statements, tax returns, a debt schedule, a P&L, a balance sheet, silly things like that?
A urinalysis too? Do you want the urinalysis as well?
PSA test will suffice.
Okay, well, let me talk to my doctor, and I will have my machine call your machine, and we'll reconvene. But let's get all the nitty gritty details on Tuesday at 6:15. Okay.
Speak with you then.
All right, thank you. Bye bye. I honestly think some of these guys are just probably just amused and having fun. But hey, he stayed extra. He stayed extra for the entertainment. All right. And we couldn't get the other guy back. We couldn't get the calls to patch through. We could have had a good time. But anyways, all right. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Okay. CCT. Cyber Curtain Twitter, who I believe is with us tonight. Good to see CCT. Says, I've only lost silver once that way. It was ordered directly from a Mexican dealer, and some lowlife in the Postal Service clearly slit the padded envelope open and slid out the coins inside. The dealer had replaced said coin and made sure they had actually packed the replacement better. Yes, that really is. They will take advantage of weak packaging. That's a good point. For sure, you're exactly right. CCT, very good. All right. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you guys are here tonight. Michael K is here. Good to see CCT is with us. Felix is here, about 200 miles away. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. 8-inch Destroyer is here, only in heart. We love 8-inch Destroyer. How you feeling, my friend? I hope you're doing well. All right. 49's Fine is here, too. Good to see 49's Fine. And James O'Neill Brown, I'm freaking out. Oh, man, don't freak out. Hang in there. It's going to be okay with silver. It will, I promise you. Kerry Tarrant says it was due for a pullback. I'm not surprised at all. That's right. Yep. And, you know, I shouldn't be surprised either. But I've been talking pretty bullish about silver. But, you know, I always kind of put the contingency in there that it could fall back. But I'm hoping if we could see it stay above 36, we're doing really, really, really good through the summer. But even if it stays above 34, we're doing great. And by the way, thank you to Sam Bubba for the super chat earlier. $5, I appreciate that. The first one tonight. And Big Test Unit with $2. Thank you so much for that. And let's do 5. Let's do 7 push-ups real quick. That is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that very, very much. I tried to take a slurp for Tucson Bubba on that while he did that. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. All right. Okay, let's see what we've got happening here. Apocalypse later. That's right. Apocalypse later. Apocalypse tomorrow. All right. Here we go. And Gordon Clee says here, keep buying that 90%, stop the melt. Exactly. I've been buying it fairly regularly for quite a while now. Scott Chala says here, the rally is in good shape. Just below 36. It's great news. Still on the way up. Yes. Yep. But the thing is it's been the last couple of days it's been down, so we'll see what happens. You might be right. It might pick right back up again. You never know. And Crazy Slaviros says this just shows the fight that's going on. I'm tickled that it stayed above 35, almost crawled back to 36. Yes. In the bid price, in the ask price, it actually did close over 36. So that's good. Brad Wheeler is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And, thanks to some Bubba. I appreciate that. Yeah, I went ahead and did them anyway. And I appreciate you, sir, so much. I did a slurp as you were giving that to, but I don't know if you noticed. But anyways. All right, have a good night, Maria. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you popping in. Thanks for all of your thoughts and for popping in here tonight. I appreciate you so much. And thank you very much. Yes, the Salivate Metal Round. Thank you. CCT has posted a link to the Salivate Metal Round. I'm not sure what the fate of these are going to be after this batch is done. Things have changed dramatically with how they are going to be procured. And we've got to work it out. And I don't know if it will work out, but stay tuned for that. I don't know how many's left. I'll have to inquire with Summit Metals to see. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. And Minty Fresh, very excited explorer this time, Sal. Once all these bombs drop, the price of silver is going to explode. Sad but true. Yes, I think that is quite a possibility. Although there's another angle of this where we could see it crash dramatically at the very, very beginning of that. And we've seen that happen before too. So we'll see. We'll see here. All right. Very good. And even though I don't directly do it, for principal purposes, can somebody else thank 79 for being here so I don't have to do it? In fact, actually, if somebody else could ask somebody else in the chat, if we could have 3 levels of this, we need 3 levels of somebody thanking 79 for being here, but it can't be me that says it. And it's got to be, and it can't be you, it's got to be somebody else that you tell to tell 79 that I appreciate her being here. And then we need a 4th person to tell her I said hi, okay? All right, there we go. All right, here we go. The Corey Benalv says, I'm probably going to say something that's going to anger a lot of individuals. Well, feel free to speak your mind here. I mean, obviously, incessant trolling or just rude and crass is a different matter, but always feel free to speak your mind here. But as somebody who is still more concerned about accumulating rather than just holding, I would like to see silver price drop. You're not alone, Corey. You're definitely not alone there. I remember when I used to buy silver for $22 an ounce. Do I think it's possible? Sure. In the same way, I think I'm going to win the lottery 3 consecutive times in a row. Do I hope it happens? Sort of. Yeah, it kind of is definitely not realistic. Nope, I get it. Totally get that, Corey. You're not alone in that thinking. By the way, thank you to Big Test Unit. He just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. If you receive one of those, give him a warm thank you. That is awesome. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. You guys are great. Glad you guys are here. And let us do 5 push-ups for Big Test Unit. That is awesome. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Did anybody get the message out to 79 through multiple channels that I thanked her for being here? And thank you, T Blue. I appreciate you. Lisa Anderson is here. Good to see you. And Welchko is here. Good to see all of you guys, including Terry, including 79. We're glad she's here. All right. Let's see here. Adish Destroyed only says hi to 79 one way only. All right. Buster Scruggs, in 2003, when the United States went to war with Iraq, silver spiked 27% from beginning of the year to the end. If U.S. engages Iran, I believe we'll see a similar effect. Okay, thank you for that reminder, Buster Scruggs. Yes, that is quite a possibility. Interesting. I did not know that. I didn't look that far back. Good eye on that. Thank you, Buster Scruggs. Although I will say that the Iraq War lasted a long, long time, and the U.S. was heavily entangled, and that won't be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case this time around if the U.S. does get involved. I think the only involvement the U.S. will have is to drop that bunker buster, or maybe a couple bunker busters on the 1 or 2 nuclear plants, Fordo being the one that's the most heavily entrenched. And I think that's going to be it. I don't really think we need to get involved any more than that. But anyways, all right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got to the next comment here. Master Blaster says, stacking silver is a good distraction from all the other things going on. It sure is. It sure is. Even just to enjoy it and have fun with it, for sure. Anthony, remember, 35 to 37 is a projected launching pad by many knowledgeable in the silver market analysts. Sure, we're up against the beast banks, but their numbers and geopolitical mechanisms mesh. Yes, I've heard that too. You're right. We'll see. But all the technical analysis and all the brains behind the professionals out there can all disappear in an instant with emotion. Emotion drives the markets first and foremost. Short buy window pre-$40 silver is what Anthony thinks. And very well could be the case. I don't discount anything at this point, except for I still don't think we're going to see $40 silver this year. But it is, I don't know. We'll see. Party time for sure. Thank you so much, Kookaburra Man. Appreciate you. I believe we have a new support level at 35 and 36. I hope you're right. It appears to be that there is some evidence of that right now. But if it can hold, but it's barely holding above 36, but you might be right on that. Silver is not going to the moon anytime soon. What a shame for sure. Nice for doing thumbs up. That's all right. That's all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Junta, not tuna. Oh, okay, all right. Sorry. Junta is junta. All right, thank you, the tribe. Appreciate that. And Maria says, the song today is still the same. It's a final countdown. There we go. A little bit of what is Europe happening there. Dennis Niemeyer, 36 silver. Buy the dips from Summit Metals. How do you think they'll drop the bomb? I don't think they're going to drop the bomb, but I think they may drop a bomb, the GBU. The bunker buster is possible. Where's the new silver coin review? So curious. Yes, it's coming. Thank you for reminding me. It is coming. This is going to be a video I'm going to be doing that I have not done in a long time. You're going to want to stay tuned for it because I bought a silver coin that goes against several of my principles. Yes, indeed. I actually compromised my principles to get this silver coin you're going to see, and in multiple different ways. I don't know how else to tell you, but stay tuned for the channel for that. Sugar High Liquor, yes indeed. I can remember the chords of that. Yes indeed, I forgot the chords. All right. 4:30 p.m., 36-17, SmackDown Friday, losing at Smack, yes. And Razor Ready says this here. Sound. I would love to be wrong on my thoughts on 3250 by year's end. I'm hoping that 36 is a stable number, and the longer it hangs, the better it will be for all buyers. I certainly do not want to see it run up to 40 just to see it crash. People now might be getting used to the 36 mark, but won't tolerate anything higher this time. My thoughts only. But is the only if the dollar keeps hanging in there. The world currency crashes, then all bets are off. We're probably years away from happening. All right, Razor Ready, Mark Razor. I don't know if you're here, but I'm very curious to see if you are sticking by your 3250 by year's end. I'd be very curious because I respect your analysis, and that very well could be the case. We'll find out. Dean, sorry I haven't commented on your videos the last few days. We've had an internet breakout here in Iran. Whoa, man, in Iran. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, Dinar, no worries, my friend. Hey, it's always good to see you. I just appreciate you being here. Silverholic, did you purchase a copper coin that identifies as gold? That's a good question. No, actually, some may consider what I did even worse, considering I've been fairly public in my stance about a certain thing. You have to stay tuned, but that's a good guess, Silverholic. Good to see you, Silverholic, by the way. You guys, I was kind of in a bad mood when I came on here, but then you guys have kind of upped my mood a little bit, except for 79. But otherwise, you guys have really helped keep my... Of course, I'm just teasing 79. She knows that. All right, Terry Rempel, 68. A hard bounce back showing determined buying of even small dips in the biggest buyers such as U.S. Treasury, India, China, etc. Record-setting efforts and manipulation continue to be overwhelmed by increasing demand. Silver has gained about 40% for each of the last 2 years, running from near low of 29 on December 31st to 40 by the end of 2025. Doesn't seem at all unreasonable. In fact, it looks conservative to me. Yep, I hear you. But never underestimate the ability for silver to disappoint us from time to time, and that's something I got to keep in mind because I've been actually probably unreasonably bullish through this bull run so far, but I don't know. We'll see here. All right, let's see. Turn that frown upside down. That's exactly right. I'm going to try that. Very good. All right. Yeah, Iran did have nice little gold coins during the Shah era. Anita, I almost had a chance. I had a chance to buy one. In fact, I was promised one from somebody who was going to sell it to me for under spot. I so wanted that. It was 1972, which I think was the Shah era, and it was sold out from under me. And I was like, dang, that sucks. But man, yes. And like I said, the Iranian people are great people. 85% are not in favor of the Khomeini Ayatollah. They want the Ayatollahs gone. And so, you know, we're doing them a favor, or Israel is doing them a favor right now. And it's crazy. Here comes a scammer. Let's see what the scammer's got to say. Hello? Auto dial, of course. Here we go. Hello? Hello.
My name is Alex. I'm calling from Marketplace. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Alex. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Got that.
Oh, dang it. Disconnected. Son of a biscuit. Demoto, the gap will be filled and the shorts will have to cover. Aren't you right? Well, if they're Daisy Duke shorts, those real short ones, it might be difficult for them to cover those. All right. Here, Sterling, that's 925. I love the Constitutional, yes. I don't know. Because it's not as common, you don't see as much bullion. You see that mostly in silverware and the like. I think that's right. I got the rug pulled out from underneath of me. Exactly right. By the way, I got to say hello to My Britches Are Electrum. It's been a long time since we've seen My Britches. Good to see My Britches Are Electrum. I got the scam call rug pull. Son of a motherless goat. And I won't be able to respond to this one either, but a good comment. Correct themselves. I don't think they will. I don't think they will either. You're right. Jim Winklebauer, slow and steady at 30% a year is just fine with me. Amen, brother. I'd much rather see that. In fact, I'd be fine with slow and steady at 15% per year as long as I kept going up. Let's see. Yeah, the Shah's son is in exile in California. That's exactly right, son. I didn't know he was in California, but I know he's in exile because he's put out some statements. Stacking McCraven is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And B. Taylor is here in the house. Good to see B. Taylor. And Littlefoot, you guys are awesome. Glad you're here. Parker Smith says, no, the shorts just had to buy the longs at a cost. Push the price up. They covered on Wednesday and finished the rinse and repeat process. All right. And could be the case. I don't know. Blessed are the young, for they shall inherit the national debt. Exactly right. All right. That's right. Yep. It was the U.S. and the Brits, right? DNR. Yeah. The Shah and the whole situation with the Shah was not the ideal situation either. Better than what it is now, but it's just a. Whenever you insert your own dictator, it's always a problem, no matter what. No question about that. They need to have free and fair elections there, and hopefully elect somebody who is going to be not a theocratic regime and turn into a dictatorship. All right, very good. And Tucson Bubba with a bourbon pump here for us. Good to see you. All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got Mark Hazley. I'm very motivated to buy gold and silver. My wallet, on the other hand, is empty and unmoved. All right, very good. Empty, I understand that for sure. And we've got Steve Cruz. I keep one of those 1982 Monarch Silver Eagles in my pocket. Those are really cool, smaller diameter, nice pieces. I've been seeing them lately. Had to get another one, as you saw in that video. Frank Garcia just going for a ride up and down. Buy the big dips. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Buy those big dips. Tyke Branch 2734 says, I bought a 10th ounce platinum for 100 quid and an extra 20 on VATs before the price increase. In a blister pack, it was just time for platinum, so rare, and was just obviously the price was going to go up. Yes. Yep, it's crazy to watch the price move. Good to see Coins A to Z is with us tonight. Welcome, Coins A to Z. Glad you're here. All right. And let's see here. Now we've got Logan Glidden says, there is just too much resistance for silver. The price suppression and the spoofing is just too strong to overcome. No, I hear you. Yep. It's crazy. A lot of it's happening here for sure. And speaking of Coins A to Z, he's got a comment here. He says, Sal, did I ever tell you how much I hate criminals? Last year, a $6,500 worth parcel of a rare collectible coin I purchased arrived at USPS in a damaged package. I rejected the parcel and it became forever lost by the USPS. I reversed the credit card charges, so I'm good, but the shipper isn't. This is a serious problem. It sure is. That is horrible, especially if it's a rare coin, where you may not come across that coin for another 10 years or more. That is awful. And I hate that it got lost and the package damaged. I assume it was probably a graded coin, which means if the packaging got damaged, well, who knows if you send it out back again and if you get the same grade. So sorry to hear that. Wow. Thanks for sharing that, Coins A to Z. That's awful. Man. All right. Let's see here. Let's get to Silver Scrapper. Says, offloaded a couple years ago. Added gold. Glad I did too. Only silver I get these days is the free silver I recover from scrapping, which ain't much. Still have a few collectibles like an Asahi Kilo bar from the first 1,000 horsepower run from SLC Mint. Nice. All right. Very good. Well, those are good you got that stuff. That's great. Comments in that video. A lot of people had stories. Yes, indeed. They sure did, for sure. All right. Very good. JB Ying, AU seems to hover near 3 ounces for 10K. That may be the bottom. Silver's getting ready to take off. All right, yes, it very well could. Fat Gandalf says, whoop, we closed above 36. One more week, it's because I started filling out my Series 1 Perth Mint Lunars. I know it is, they're nice. Congratulations on that. That's the Series 1 Lunars. Probably the best series, I think. Explains why there's no Chinese photo mats in my neighborhood. That's right, exactly. 66 Sam, exactly right. Very good. Ah, yes, indeed. All right, where are we at? Some of these comments aren't showing up here. And let's see what we've got moving ahead here. Chad Wolf. Is Chad Wolf here? I'm only watching these videos because I have a stat. Got to keep up with what's going on. All right. A grandmother has 2 big ones around 20 feet by 10 feet, and they got to lower the price of the light bill because the house is 4,000 heated square feet. Big. That is big. However, be able to go totally solar at the purchase of batteries, they're extremely high priced. That's true. That's why I'm tied to the grid, because the batteries are just too expensive. Too expensive indeed. All right. Okay. And let's see. Hey, B. Taylor. B. Taylor chimes in here, says, until they start the peace talks, I think silver will hold over 33. Glad I got my Salivate medal round. Good video, Sal. Yes. And that's right. So, B. Taylor, I think you're still with us here tonight. If there is a peace deal negotiated, do you think silver's going to go down? Because I could see that happening too. Yes, indeed. Thank you for your thoughts on that. I will take your prediction. If that's where silver goes, we are moving up. All right, there we go. That's right, we're moving on. Moving on up to the top in a deluxe apartment in the sky. Ha ha. We're moving on up to the top to a deluxe apartment in the sky. And by sky, I mean I'm talking about a really high place up along. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to black here in a minute. Just a second here. Where is it? Because I want to play you something. This is musical genius that you've ever heard, okay? Let me see here. This is a sitting congressman. And I'm going to play for you right now. This is a sitting congressman who's got a song for us, okay? This is a sitting member of U.S. Congress who believes that the island of Guam could be capsized. And he's got a song for us. Here we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Congressman Hank Johnson here with my Fender Stratocaster. Just recently picked it up. Thought I would try it out. I hate to hurt your ears and everything, but I'm just learning to play guitar. And it happens to be Black Music Month of 2025. And so I'm compelled with a new guitar and with some thoughts about that old song, Hey Joe, you know, to give some commentary on where we are now. And if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna just strum a little bit. Please don't hold it against me.
Oh, go, Hank. Come on, Hank. Tune that guitar, Hank.
Hey, Trump.
Hey, Trump.
Where you going with that?
Where you going with that, Trump?
Hand. Hey, Trump. Where you going with that gun in your hand?
All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, great. He didn't tune his guitar, and, you know, I mean, you get the deal. Anyways, all right. And by the way, Michael K., thank you so much for that super chat, my friend. I mean, that PayPal, friends and family, appreciate it. Just saw that pop through. Thank you, Michael K. And Jimmy Unluge, yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for putting up with me tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.